Hello. Hi, everyone. Good evening. How are we doing? How are we doing? Happy Sunday. Happy first Sunday in May. It is such an honor to be here again. Good evening, everyone. Who is on? Who is with me? As you're joining, kindly let me know. Kindly indicate in the comments that you're watching. Hello, those of you on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook. It is such a privilege to be hosting this. It is we are in the last lap of the Essence Pre-Conference series, and it's been a very interesting bout of conversations, right? We've had amazing people, we've had beautiful conversations. The last person that we had was Faith Ohio, and it was beautiful to say the least. It was everything that I wanted and more. All the conversations have just been mind blowing, and I've been getting testimonials, you know, from people who joined. Some of them actually even gained a lot of clarity from the sessions. Hello, Jemima, Edama, I see you. Good evening. How are you doing? I trust you're well. Happy Sunday. As you're joining, please let me know so that I can give you a shout out, okay? Let me know who is here, where are you watching us from. Hi, everyone on Instagram. Thanks for joining me. We have a very beautiful guest today. He is somebody that I deeply honor and respect. I got to know about him in 2021, 2022, when I attended a friend's event, and he said, "That is Mr. Fola of Warrital." What's Warrital? And then I did my research and I saw that they were the people. He's the founder of a company that published a book that, won my heart. It was a book by Emeka Nobis. The quality of the book. I didn't believe that the quality of that book, could be made in Nigeria. But seeing that it was actually made in Nigeria, I was like, I hope to be able to publish with this company one day. And, as fate may have it, I eventually became a brand ambassador for the company. But I am not bringing on the CEO of this company because I'm the brand ambassador. I mean, I use my platform to talk about Warrital all the time. However, I'm bringing the CEO on because of the uniqueness with which he expresses his creativity, the way he has carved out a very unique niche for himself in the publishing industry. And not just publishing, the way he has just positioned his brand is very unique. And I'm always in awe of his, intelligence, his creativity, the beauty that he always brings to the table every single time. So if you're excited for me to bring him on, I want you to show me in the comment section that you are excited, right? Let me know that you're excited. Jessie, Afsa, I see that you're here. She said, I'm here to be baptized in the name of Essence. Yes, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. 6 people are watching on Instagram. It's good to have you. Hello, Adeleke Samuel. Good to have you here. Divine Favor Official. Plus Hairstyles. Okay, Chukwu, I don't know. Instagram, if you join and leave, nobody knows. But I'm just giving a shout out to the people who I was notified were here earlier. Thank you everyone for joining. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Gifted Hands, Yaya George. I see that you're here. Good evening. Where are you watching me from? Let me know. I always like to know where my audience are. You could be in Abuja today and tomorrow you're in another city. So let me know. Mark Beth, Anya Be, good to have you. Funanya Mwapo, good to have you. Jeremiah is watching from Abuja. Awesome. Tosin, where are you watching from? Good evening. I trust you're well. Oneness Uju, good evening. Where are you watching us from? Please let us know. Let us know. Okay. Tamara Bina, it's good to have you. Good evening. Gifted Hands, good evening. Who else? Who else? Favor Zokafa says, good evening. Good evening to you too. Gifted Hands watching from Lagos. It's good to have you on here. God's favor from Lagos. Good to have all of you here. Thank you so much for joining. Without wasting your time, I'm going to go ahead and read the bio of our guest. If you're just getting to know about Essence Pre-Conference Conversations for the first time, Essence as a project was initiated to combat the the plague. I call it a plague because it's what it is, of inauthenticity in our society. You know, everyone is just doing the same thing, and I strongly believe in humanity. I believe that. Okay, I believe that. I heard you, Joshua. I'm in a meeting. 1 minute, please. 1 minute. Sorry about that. When you have a son, you want to ensure that you attend to him every second of the day. Anyway, thank you for your patience. Okay, so Essence as a project was initiated to combat the rise of inauthenticity. I strongly believe in humanity, and I believe that the beauty of humanity is our uniqueness, is in our diversity. Of course, we have a lot that makes us unique, that makes us similar, but the beauty in humanity is the fact that we are different in so many ways. We think different, in different ways. Our upbringing, our backgrounds, our experiences in life have led to us having authentic experiences which should inform authentic expressions from us. But unfortunately, right now, what we see is people expressing themselves the same way that their so-called mentor or role models, or other people outside, are expressing themselves. And sometimes they know about these things, sometimes they don't know. Sometimes they copy out of um in the name of inspiration. Sometimes they reduce the expression of themselves or of their authenticity because they don't want to feel like they're too much for the society. So if this is you, this conference is for you, this conversation is for you. And conversely, the Essence Pre-Conference sessions, Essence Conversation, what am I saying? The Essence Conference that is taking place in June is for you. So before I bring our guest on, I'm just telling you about the conference. It's taking place on the 1st of June in Lagos. So get ready to be a part of it. We have a few tickets available for you that you can get in on. Out of requests, because of so many requests that we had to expand our tickets categories, our ticket tiers. So we have the lowest ticket, which is 5,000 naira, which is the standard ticket. If you pay the standard ticket, you gain access to the event, whether you're attending in person or you want to join virtually. You gain access to the event, and of course, you still get access to event recordings. So the standard ticket just gives you access to the event, just to hear from the speakers. We have an amazing lineup of speakers. I'll be sharing the flyer in a bit. Just stay with me, okay? So if you pay for that ticket, that's what it gives you access to. If you pay for the premium ticket, the premium ticket gives you access to the event, but it also gives you you also get free complimentary copy of my book, Dear Young One, which will be launched on that day. Okay, the book is 10,000 naira, yeah. But if you pay for the premium ticket, which is 15,000 naira, you get a complimentary ticket, a complimentary copy of the book. All right. Then we have the group ticket, which gives you 10% off. So if you're a group of 5 and you want to pay for the Essence conference, you don't have to pay alone. All of you can bring your money together and pay, and you get 10% off the total registration fee for your group. So group of 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever, from 5 above, you get these bonuses, this bonus. Now we have the gold ticket, which is 50,000 naira. What this gives you access to is everything in the premium ticket. That is access to the event recordings, networking opportunities, priority seating at the event. But the gold ticket is mainly for the Essence bootcamp taking place the day after the conference. This is where we're going to be having the practical sessions, the exercises. It's going to be very practical. All the things that we will not be able to do at the conference because we are, short of time, and because of the many speakers that we'll be having who will be sharing their wealth of knowledge with you. We will be having all of those practical sessions at the Essence Bootcamp. You don't have to, you're at a point in your life when you are confused. You don't know what path to take. You are like, what do I do? Where do I go from here? What you need is the Essence Bootcamp. There you're going to gain clarity. You're going to take a deeper dive into your subconscious, into yourself, figure out exactly what you are about, figure out exactly what you want to do with your life, figure out exactly what you can do that can be useful to the world, because part of living in your essence is, living in abundance. So if your essence does not give you abundance, then you're not utilizing it well. So in that conference, at that bootcamp, you're going to be learning everything that will equip you to live a life of abundance here on earth. For those of us who are Christians, the Bible says, "Occupy till I come." Right? So how do you occupy if you don't know who you are? If you don't live in that in that understanding, and if you are not really living in the abundance that God has made available? This is me just going spiritual, but that is just part of it, right? But living in your essence also includes financial abundance, right? And you can only live that by staying true to your essence. You don't want to make the kind of money that drains you. At the end of the day, you have the money, but you don't have the peace, you don't have the joy that comes with that abundance, right? So at the Essence conference, all of this will be sorted. You go from unsure to very sure. You go from having a very blurry vision to having pristine clarity of vision. Okay. And we'll be having a guest trainer. I won't be the only one to be taking you at the Essence Bootcamp. We'll have an expert trainer taking you. So this this event is what you want to be a part of. The Essence conference itself and the Essence Bootcamp. We'll be having amazing speakers like John Obidi, Mr. Gochukwu Omogo. We have Yetunde Bankole Bernard, YBB. We have Okoye Joma Dicta. We have Edirin Edewo. We have Salem King. When you have all of these people in the same room sharing insights with you, I mean, it is a one in a lifetime opportunity. And I tell you what, it's not because I'm hosting this event. If you miss it, you will be missing a lot. I can't even start to tell you what you'll be missing, because it is better not told, right? You'll be missing a whole lot. You'll be missing an opportunity to recalibrate your life and get on a path of genuine fulfillment and authentic expression. So by all means, get your ticket to the Essence Conference 2024 on the 1st of June. If you can come physically, all the best. If you cannot come physically, we also have virtual tickets available for you. Okay, so where do you make your payment to? I don't want to waste your time. Pay to these details showing on your screen there. Gemspat Solutions, Wema Bank, and then send your proof of payment to ticket.essence@gmail.com. That is where we will be collating the proof of payment and onboarding you manually, giving you access to the group. However, if you do not want to go through the transfer link or transfer route, visit www.essence www.essenceconference.com to register. Okay, www. Look at that ticker going underneath www.essenceconference.com to get your ticket. Everything is automated from the website to where you're going to make payments. Immediately after you're done making payments, you're taken straight to the group. All right. So that is it about the Essence Conference. Don't miss it for anything. Don't miss it. 5,000 naira is less than whatever you can gain. 50,000 naira is nothing compared to the value that you'll be getting. 5,000 naira, you can take it to the market and you don't even come back with it, and you don't even know what you have bought. But this is an investment that will pay you for life. Okay, an investment that will pay you for life. So, if you are ready for the Essence pre-conference conversations, let me know that you're ready. Let me know that you are ready. All right, so without wasting your time again, let me read up the bio of our speaker. Are you excited? Are you excited? I, for one, am very excited. Our guest for tonight is someone that, like I said earlier, is someone that I deeply respect and honor. Chikemara, I see that you're excited. Good to have you here. Meet Mr. Fola. I don't know. I like to call him Mr. Fola. Meet Fola Folagbade, a master of creativity, branding, and book magic. As I'm reading, just set that comment section on fire. You know how we do it. You know how we do it. If you're joining for the first time, just, it's a symphony. Just keep listening, and very soon you'll figure out your part. Okay, meet Mr. Fola Folagbade, a master of creativity, branding, and book magic. Early success: Fola launched Fola Studios in 2015, marking the beginning of his journey into the entrepreneurship world. His outstanding achievements were recognized as he clinched the Under 30 Award for Creative Entrepreneurship, setting a high bar. Fola Studios shapes startups' identities, offering brand magic, visual revival, and an all in one client attraction strategy. He is the best selling author of three gems: Don't Call Me Lucky, You Are Not Enough, and Trust for Sale. I can't see enough fire in the comment sections. These books, sorry, these books have continued to transform the lives of readers across borders. Okay, let me move on. Fola shone globally, grabbing a World Changer Award in 2021. He bagged the Publication Designer of the Year award in West Africa's mega creative crew, boasting over 200,000 members. BSG hailed him as Resilient Entrepreneur of the Year in 2022. In addition to this, Smart Brands Africa also crowned him Most Innovative Entrepreneur of the Year, sealing his visionary status and position as a visionary trailblazer. In 2024, the Articulate Hub Institute of Communication Studies awarded him as the Business Hero of the Year, while Global Citizen Church named him as Global Citizen in the same year. Fola's mojo goes beyond professional accolades. He is a proud host of Books Ignite, which is a transformative intellectual live show that blazes weekly on Facebook and airs on Nigeria Info FM Port Harcourt. This show features conversations with great minds who shared the impact of books in their success and transformation. Fola's dynamic presence has graced blogs, national newspapers, radio and television stations, platforms. As he soars in his journey, his vision of building a formidable publishing enterprise which stands the test of time and leaves an enduring legacy in the world of creativity and literature remains steadfast. Fola's multifaceted skills in design, photography, video, and web merged to form Warrital, which over the years has left an indelible mark in Nigeria's literary scene and continues to do so by collaborating with thousands of authors. Ladies and gentlemen, with a clapping and fireful ovation, welcome our guest for tonight. Are you ready? Welcome our guest for tonight, Mr. Fola Folagbade, the CEO. We call him the celebrity publisher, the CEO of Warrital International.
Yeah. Thank you
The
so very
celebrity
much, Naza.
publisher.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you so very much for having me here, Nazar. Thank you. As you were reading profile, the profile, I was like, is that me?
Now you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me on this amazing, section that you've been having, and I look forward to the main day. June
Yes,
1st is the code, right? Yeah. So thank you
yes.
so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Fola, I have to say it's an honor to have you here, right? I know how busy you are, how you'd rather be elsewhere. I know you have a lot of things to be doing. I know you you've had to ask me when is this session again? When is this session? When is this session? I'm like, please don't forget because I know how
Mm.
busy you are, but you still made out time to be here with us to share your insights with us. It is Chicken Mara that understood what I said when I meant with the clapping and fireful ovation. I mean, this one is fireful and clapful at the same time.
Mhm. Chikemara. Interesting.
Thank you so much, everyone, for welcoming here. Mr. Fola, before I delve,
Okay. Okay.
before I delve, sometimes when I use these words that I use by ChatGPT a lot, I just feel like I am an AI, but you know, it is well. So before we get into the conversation of the night proper,
Yeah. Yeah.
what gave you the how did you come about the brand name celebrity publisher?
Okay. Celebrity Publisher was actually was given to me by one of our authors, and that's from you know, based on the way we work with authors, right? And
Yeah.
based on our experience working with horse, right? And that
Mm-hmm.
day he was just like, man, Vola, you are the celebrity publisher. And that just struck a chord, right, in me. And I was like, okay, I think I like this. I think I want to, um, you know, um, be called this, right? And that was it. And ever since then, what you call yourself is what the word we call you eventually, right? Yeah. So, and it's been like that, right? And yes, I think that question is actually very valid. When we look at it, considering the topic of today and the whole
Yeah.
idea around essence, right? Yeah. So I am the, even though it was given to me by someone, but that is what I have been living. That's the reality I've been living in, right? So when she called me that, it was easy for me to just tap into it and accept it. And of course that's what and who I am till now, the
Mm.
celebrity publisher. Yeah.
The celebrity publisher. You're really the celebrity publisher because you've just been signing celebrities. You've just been publishing
Yes.
books upon books with celebrities. The other day, I think 2 days ago or yesterday, you posted that
Yeah.
you just signed a celebrity pastor.
Yeah. Interestingly,
Interesting.
the pastor, of course, I won't mention the name now.
Yeah.
Is popularly known as celebrity pastor, like pastor of celebrities,
Yeah.
technically. So and I said it in that post that the name works, right? Because
It was.
we we've been working technically with celebrities, and Yeah, even those that are that maybe for one reason or the other they were not celebrities before meeting us, the idea is to make them celebrity, because the whole idea of Warita is for to make writers and creatives to be more impactful, to be more popular, and of course to make money. Those are the three things, the three reasons why we work with the people we work with. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's really interesting. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank
Um,
you.
let me tell you one of the reasons that I brought you on here, right? Why
Okay.
I invited you, not brought you on because you chose to come here.
Okay. Okay.
I have I have been an admirer of your work. Right? I met you in 2022 when my friend hosted an event.
Okay.
Was 2022 or 2021 thereabouts?
Okay.
Um, it was an Econobiz. It was during the
Yes.
domination business Lagos.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Um, I was just greeting a friends of mine, and someone says, "That's Fola of Warrital." I
Mm.
looked. I saw somebody, you know, all muscular. I'm like, are you serious? He's the CEO of Warrital because really, I hadn't really looked that much into what
Mm.
Warrital is doing, but I know that I have always admired Emeka Nobise's books, right?
Mm.
So I used his book as a model for one of my books, actually.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
maybe one day I'm going to publish with these other people, but I didn't really
Mm.
put it into consideration until somebody said that is him. And you are wearing this hat, of course, because anywhere you see this hat, you know it is Fola or Borital. So I
It's
looked,
Vala Warrior.
I
Yeah.
said, yeah, I didn't even come to you that day, but I took a mental
Mm.
note of you.
Mm.
And then, as fate would have it, you invited me to Books Ignite. And,
Yeah.
from there, of course, we are here now. I
We
became
are
brand
here.
for
From here,
Warrior.
we are here. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
one of the reasons that I said a yes, I gave my approval or I
Mm.
accepted being brand ambassador for Warrior is because of the uniqueness. It's because of how
Mm.
you have positioned the company.
Mm.
It is so beautiful to see. It's more like a breath of fresh air in an industry where you see I mean, in Nigeria, in Africa, we don't see the quality of books that you produce
Mm.
most of the time.
Yeah.
When we want to produce a very good book, they go outside the country.
Mm.
They
Mm.
they multinationals, print the book out there and then pay
Yeah.
another cost, bear another cost
To
to
bring it
import
in.
the books.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but seeing what you have been able to do in the publishing industry and what you have continued to do,
Mm.
because it just keeps getting better. This was not the Warrior that I knew 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's just getting better and bigger. I just knew
Yeah.
that I want to learn from you. I want to glean some insights from you. You have been able to stand out. If anyone is thinking quality, value, as far as publishing is concerned, I know that Watertide is more than a publishing
Yeah.
company, but as far as
Yeah.
publishing is concerned, at the
Yes.
moment, the
Yeah.
company that comes top of the mind is
It's
Watertide.
Warrington.
You
Mm.
will have to crack that positioning code. So I just know that we have to have you on here so that you share with us the topic, based on the topic that we are discussing, and all the speakers that
Yeah.
I've been able to bring on here. The
Yeah.
questions that I have for you tonight are all the same. I've asked them the same question, but because of the genuine expression that they have, because of the
Mm.
confidence that they have in in themselves and how they have
Yes.
projected it to the world, they're able to bring up new and unique insights to the topic in
Mm.
question. So I really look forward to your responses to these questions, right? So
Okay.
again, thank you
Thank you.
again
Thank
for
you. Thank you.
doing this with me. I do not take it for granted. So to
Thank you.
start, this is Essence Pre-Conference Conversations. This is
Yeah.
we're looking forward to the Essence Conference in 27 days. Let me
Yeah.
know, in your words, what does essence mean to you?
Hmm. Okay. Essence to me, and not
Mm,
what the dictionary is saying or what, you know, maybe what we are used to. Well, maybe. But to me, when I hear the word essence, it's talking about my core values. You understand? My identity. All right. Yeah. So why am I doing what I am doing? Why am I in the publishing space? You know, why am I wearing a hat? You know, these why am I dressing the way I am dressing? Okay, why am I on this show? Right? This interview, this section, right?
mm,
The core of my being, you understand that central point, why I do what I do. Do you understand? What is, those things in me that make me do what I do, decide to go where I go or where I don't want to go. Do you understand? The essence, the reason for living. Do you understand, right? Yeah. So that is my own definition of essence. The reason why I'm on this earth. You understand? The core, the real core, the central point in me. Yeah, that is it for me.
mm. The central core. That's interesting. That's interesting. An interesting input. Thank you very much for that. So
Okay.
you are in the publishing industry.
Yeah.
How have you been able to
Mm.
bring your essence into that industry? So everyone has their own set of values. Everyone has what they think should be,
Mm.
should happen. But
Yeah.
and that informs the expression of our essence. So how has your essence played a role in you positioning Warrital the way it is right now?
Okay. Thank you. I think I will just connect it with the first question where you asked what essence means to me. All right. I said it's the core, and the identity. That's who you are, who I am actually. Okay. So
Yes.
now connecting it with, building Warita as a brand. Okay. So I think what most people try and do is living. Maybe it could be that they've not identify themselves before starting anything, and so they are different from their brand, right? Yeah. So Warita is Fola. I'm able. From onset I was able to bring in my personality into the brand. All right. So, and in a way it has helped in positioning Warita, because there's only one Fola. You understand? So people can copy some of the things we do at Warita, but they can't copy my identity. They can't copy me. That's my core, the reason why I am living. Do you understand, right? Yeah. So many things that we do at Warita, they are original because it's coming from within, it's coming from inside. All right, it's coming from a set of values, that a set of it's coming from understanding myself. It's coming from an identity that has been designed, that is myself, knowing myself. Okay, so, and I will give you instance. I've always been a visual person, a very I've always been big with visuals, and I tell people that what it started from that one part, that one skill, that one seed. Do you understand, right? I've always known myself to be a visual person. So when we were about to start Warrior, I wanted to change the 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 aesthetic and the production, the look and feel of books. You understand? Most people go into publishing. Most people that I know that own a publishing firm, they started because they love writing, and that's the place of core. You understand? They started because they love writing. In my own case, because I understand myself and I understand what I really love and who I am, right? I just brought that into that industry because I'm a visual person. So it's that visual problem I came in to solve first. All right. So I'm a big fan of you can serve me a wine, a very sweet wine in a dirty cup, right, no matter how sweet it is, right? Yeah, so that's my core playing a part there, understanding that, okay, fine, even though everybody that's doing publishing out there, they are always talking about writing. Yes, writing is very good. It's one thing that, of course, we have now grown to getting, but my core cannot be taken away from what we do at Words. And that just automatically just differentiates us from every other publishing houses out there. All right. So I was able to bring in the visual part. That's why you talked about our production. And there is this thing about life, knowingly or unknowingly, it will just rub off on everything you do, right? Yeah. So you're not the first person talking about our finished product looking foreign. All right. We've had authors, all over the world that produce their book here and also produce over there, but they compare the two books and they were like, man, our copies here are better. Right.
Yeah.
So I am a very visual person, and I love it done perfectly. I'm a big fan of, okay, it's not enough for you to have good content. How you present it is also very important. All right. So since I'm a visual person, that core, that seed was what just brought Warita to limelight, because it's not the usual, do you understand, publishing fame that they're used to. All right. And that has also informed us, made us do a lot of stuff around that has really helped in projecting Warita out there. So, yeah, I would say it's just bringing in myself, understanding myself early enough. Of course, I'm still on the journey of knowing myself better. That's why I will be at the conference, Essence, again, to learn from this amazing set of, speakers coming on board, right? Yeah. So I'm still on the journey of knowing myself better to be able to also, because that's what life is about, anyways. At the end of the day, um, let me add this. There are so many fine businesses out there that I admire, that I would have. Sometimes I feel I can do this, you understand? But a part of me just know that, okay, fine. You may still do it in later in life, but for now, this is one thing you are called to do. You understand? Knowing, getting to that stage that you know what you are in for is very important. And I think that's one thing that differentiates Warrior among many other things, actually. But if I can start listing them, you understand, those things that
Yeah.
they are from me, my personality, my core, my essence, you understand, the real me. You understand, that has really made Warrior different from, and part of it, let me add to it, is the fact that I'm a big fan of, I'm a lover, like genuinely, I love and I show it, you understand, and this has also helped with how we work with our authors, right? That's why we have we have they are like family, and we relate with them as such. This is me playing out. Do you understand? When we started Warrior, and then we were celebrating our authors on social media, these are things that were not happening, in the publishing space before, right? It's still part of love and relationship that made me thoughts of signing brand ambassadors, right? Yeah, okay, let's seal this up. These are things that were not happening in the publishing space before then, right? Yeah. So there is something about knowing yourself very well and keep trying to know yourself, and bringing that yourself into whatever it is that you're doing, it will just make the difference, because truly there is no one like you. And that is why we have the warrior of today that is they can't copy us completely. They can't really copy us completely. It's just different. It's just on its own league. You understand? We are not competing with anybody. And it's so, when I tell people that we are not competing with anybody, it looks like maybe we're just making it, because the truth is I am competing with this guy I'm seeing on the screen, and I understand this guy, and this guy has a lot in him. You understand? His core, he has so many things in him that he's still even trying to unveil. You understand, right? Yeah, so that's about it. Warita and Fola, you understand, me bringing myself into the beautiful brand Warita has make a whole lot of difference.
Hmm. Wow. 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 That is really powerful. That is really powerful. So is it right to say that your your previous expertise, experience kind of enriched what Waratah is about? For example, you said it, some publishers enter the publishing industry because they love writing, and that is really beautiful. If I was
Yeah,
to
it is.
if I were to own a publishing company, it would be because I was frustrated. I was messed up when I published my first book. So I would be going into that industry out of anger just to correct the error that I saw,
Just correct.
that I experienced. Yeah.
Yeah,
So my was,
yeah,
of course, I'm a writer. I love writing, but my reason would be to correct an error. You know, that would be my driving force, and that might not be
yeah.
sustainable. Or it might be, sometimes it's our anger that gets us into the path of purpose. But in your own case, you've always been visual,
Yes,
and because of that, because of your background in graphics, in design, and all that, I is it safe to say that it also plays a role in
mm.
the quality of the visuals that the books published by Warrital um, have?
Yeah, definitely it does. It does, right? Because even though we have a design team now, it's a big part of what we do, right? That the aesthetic part of our books must be on point every time. And anyone out there can also tell if you have seen our books before and all right. Yeah, it's just important to us that the books are beautiful, all right? Yeah, so it does, and it will always be a part of warrior culture, right? The aesthetic, anything visual must be top notch. It is number one at warrior, and that's why even the printing too as well. We want you to hold a book and know that okay, you've had a book, not just one of the random books around, right? Yeah, so it does a lot. My okay, so design has always been a part of me since I was in primary school. I've been into design and all, right? Even though I didn't know that it's something that I would build up on, right? But it has always been there, right? So, and anything aside design, anything I see with my eyes, I love beautiful things generally, you understand. So very beautiful, I'm attracted to beautiful. My space must be beautiful. My everything, my clothes, my everything must be
Of course,
nice, right? Yeah,
very,
so I'm you said what?
that's also why you have a very pretty wife.
Yes, you can say that. You're right. Yeah. So I am very, very big with aesthetic and all. So it's one thing that I've grown to know about myself. And so even if I now let me put it this way, even if I was not in the publishing space, if I was somewhere else, this part of me would have still been one selling point. It would have been one thing that would have differentiated me, you understand, or whatever brand I am building. All right. Yeah. So the finishing, if for instance now, if I am if I'm an architect, for instance now, the structures will be different. The finishing, the detailing will be different, right? Yeah, because that's just who I am. All right. And if I'm in any space at all, that part will always be there. It will be seen, it will be clear, and it will just make the brand different from others. So I agree with you. It is actually part of it. My experience, things I've done in the past, things I love to do, and all. Yeah, they, came together to form the brand Warrior.
Thank you so much for that. So, getting deeper, when do you feel the most connected to your essence?
Okay, that's a beautiful question. When do I feel the most connected to my essence? That's when I'm doing what I am called to do, right? Yeah. So, what am I called to do? I am living on my own terms, right? I am living, doing what I love to do, right? I am living not for anybody, but for myself. Like I am living my own, I'm living for myself, right? I love this my common line, live while you're alive, right? So I feel connected. I feel empowered when I am doing that, which is which is based on my own terms, right? Not because I'm doing it because of someone else, or because I am doing it because someone else has done it, or because I know I am doing it because I want to do it, because I see it as something that I am called to do, right? Yeah. So, for instance, now in the publishing, when my authors receive their book and they are excited and they call and they give feedback or they do videos or they do all of those things, man, I feel fulfilled. I am so that's the success for me. That's achievement for me. All right, betting dreams, and doing this, and not like there's this line that says you better do what you like to do or like what you do, right? In this case, I am doing what I love to do, right? And then now putting smile on people's faces, man, there's nothing as sweet as that, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's it for me. When we do this whole thing and we get the results, right? I am excited. I am connected with my core. I am happy, and yeah, that's it for me. I am happy when I make people like you, writers like you, happy at the end of the day.
That's really beautiful. That's beautiful. Um, the next question that I have is, how do you maintain authenticity in all aspects of your life? All right. I know you're a husband, you are a father, you're a CEO, you are you're a host of other things, right? How do
Yes.
you maintain authenticity in both your personal and professional spheres?
Okay.
I don't know if you understand.
Okay. Yes, I do. I understand you, and I will try as much as I can to answer it, right? But in case if I'm not answering it well, please, you can also drive my vehicle back, right? How do I
Sure.
maintain this? How do I maintain this, right? It's pretty straightforward. First, like I said, you need to know yourself. You understand? So by knowing yourself, you'll be able to one create boundaries. There are things that you can't just do. Do you understand? There are places you can't be. There are things you can't just do, not because of anything or anybody. Do you understand? It's because you can't just do it. because of who you are, right? Yeah, that's number one. Of course, integrity is also part of what is key. You understand in all of these, right? If you know yourself, then okay. So one of the problems I see around is this integrity of a thing. People think that it's just about other people, being accountable or being truthful to other people. How about being truthful to yourself? Right? If you know who you are, then are you truthful to that person that you are, that you have discovered, right? Yes. So integrity is also part of it, right? Then I think you also want to be consistent. So for instance, now I will share this, right? And the way I dress, technically, it's not the conventional publishers way of dressing, right? Yeah, so using hat, sometimes I dress and I look at myself. Are you really a publisher? Like, that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
right? So coming from there, the way I dress, is just about me knowing that, okay, even though I play in this industry and there's a conventional way of dressing and all of that, I can still be myself. All right, I can still dress the way I want to dress, the way I like. Okay, when Mark of Facebook was wearing shirts, then it, and everybody now later accepted it. Before it was looking like someone of that, that kind of big brand, and what he
Yeah.
does and all. He's expected to dress in a particular way. All right, yeah. So but I've always known that, hey, Fola, this is who you are not this, you are not that. This is how you like to dress. You understand? You like to be comfortable in your dressing and all. So even though you're playing in this industry, you still have to maintain that which you know, which you have. It's just like Chi. The way you dress, you understand. It's a signature that and over the years people have come to now accept you for that. All right, yeah. And the same thing with me. All right, people have now accepted. There was one of our clients that came in from US the other day, and we were talking in the office, and she was like, I was looking forward to seeing this your look. I've been saying it, consistently, and there's something different about it, right? So that's also the power of being consistent, right, in that which you have seen yourself to be. Okay, so I am consistent as much as I can, and I am also learning every day about myself, right? And again, so connecting some of this thing now with my business as well. I have team members that have been with me for 8, 9 years, and that's the power of love, right? That I talked about, that core. Yeah, I have team members that have been with me 8, 9 years, and in the creative space, it's not a joke. It's not a small feat, right? Yeah. So, is but the part of me that love sincerely, not because I just want to say it, all right, is one thing that has also helped me in building quality relationship, all right, in terms of my team members, in terms of building clients, you understand, right? Yeah. So my essence, my core, my identity, the real me has also helped me. That part of me, which is love, has helped me to maintain those quality relationship. You understand, right? Yeah. So I have just been able to balance things up because I know myself, and I've been consistent. I create boundaries, because I know myself, of course, the values. So I create the boundaries, when necessary. And yes, I am learning every day to know myself and also to get better at managing both work, friends, family, and everything together. It's not easy sometimes because you even have to lose, some people. Because when you know yourself, I think that's another thing. When you know yourself, you will have to. There is no way around it. When the only people that can be loved by everyone. Technically, looks like they are loved by everyone. Are people that don't really know you themselves, and they are not living in it. Once you know yourself and you are living in, in that line, some people will drop off. All right, some people will not just connect with that person that you are. Some people will not just fit in, and they won't have option than to, that's also part of the, the sacrifice you have to pay on the journey of, knowing yourself. I hope I was able to answer your question very well. The video is still, can you hear me? China, sir. Is it my network now or yours? I can't hear you. You're not moving. Okay, I think that must have been Chinosa's network because she's out of here now. Um, so let's wait for her to join us. But like as I was, sharing, um, I've been able to balance business, work, family, and even friends by first understanding who I am, knowing the people to even come into my space in the first place. Also for work, knowing myself has also helped me to be able to design the avatar, my client's avatar, right? The caliber of people, this kind of people I can work with. Trust me, it's not everybody Warrior can work with, but knowing me, and of course bringing that into the business has helped us to be able to even know the kind of people we can work with and be able to manage, yes, manage them and their projects. Yes, I think your network was a bit crappy.
It was, but
Yeah.
I'm back like I never left.
Like you never left. Okay, welcome back.
Thank you so much for that. I mean, that could make for a whole master class. I know if you were to break it down, it will be broken into modules and even sections and parts. But thank you so much for giving all of those for free. And I really do hope that the people who are watching are not just watching for watching's sake, that you are watching to pick something to implement, right? Adora Lumina would say, if you are not moved to create, you're not inspired yet. So if all the things that we've been saying here, nothing has struck with you, nothing has struck you or stuck with you, or there is nothing that you have taken out to implement, but you are just saying, deep, amazing. If that's all you are saying, you have not been inspired yet. But my hope is that before we are done, and as you go over the recordings, that you find something, at least one thing, that you can pick out of this conversation and implement in your own life to birth outstanding results for yourself. Before I continue with our amazing guests, I want to invite you again to the Essence Conference happening in Lagos on the 1st of June. On the 1st of June, we are 27 days away to one of the most transformative, I dare to say, one of the most transformative conferences to be hosted. Why? Why? This is not the regular personal development conference, where you come and rumor is dropped and everyone goes. Here we have a goal. The goal is to move you from point of uncertainty to the point of clarity, of purpose, of identity especially. So what we want to gain from this conference is to have you as an attendee find yourself again and authentically express yourself. That is what your essence is about. Finding yourself and authentically expressing it, regardless of what the media says, regardless of how it is projected out there, right? That is why we have these amazing speakers. Let me show you the people that will be coming on that day. These are the people um, that will be coming on that day. We have Guchpo Mog, we have YBB, we have Jalobidi, of course, my beautiful self. We have Salem King, we have Ediwing Edewar, and we have the beautiful Ijoma Dicta. All of these people are going to be at the Essence Conference to share practical insights that are guaranteed to move you, to move your life's needle in the positive direction. Okay, this is not the Aspire to Maguire conference. No, here, if your life does not take a turn after implementing what has been taught, you can come and call me out on social media. But I know that you coming will be you bringing two cows, you know, to me for hosting this conference. I had to look for the brightest minds, the best people that are in the business of helping people rediscover and boldly express themselves. Okay, Mr. Gochku has been doing this for years. He's going to be teaching you how to um, create a unique blueprint for yourself, right? For outstanding results. How you can integrate your essence into creating a perfect blueprint that aligns with your life's mission. YBB will be there to share with you how to lead soulfully. She's a woman that I so look forward to her session. I don't even want you to miss it for anything. Daddy J.O. Jonobidi will also be there to share with you the practical strategies that you need to challenge conventions. He's going to be equipping you with the tools that you need to challenge conventions, right? And, aim and achieve a life of borderlessness. You have to learn to innovate at that conference and, live a life that is not hindered by geographical borders, even mental borders. Okay. I would there also to be sharing with you, what the essence is about, what the conference is about, just breaking down the components of essence so you can understand what it means and how you can manifest it. Salem King will be there to teach on creative brilliance. Salem is one content creator that I have loved for a long time, and he's the perfect person to teach on this because he's been able to carve a perfect niche, a beautiful niche for himself and his brand. And the way he has positioned also, the way he creates content, you know that this person creates content from a place of abundance. That is how you want to um, create content for your brand. For those of you who are looking towards creating content for your brand, which you must actually if you want to blow on social media. Yeah, Ediwin Edewo will be there. I love her so much. She will be there to teach you how to find your genius and live in it, right? How to she has done this for years, even before she transitioned into becoming a book publishing consultant. She has taught a lot of people and showed a lot of people how to really figure out what they're about and how to live authentically in that awakening and awareness. Ijoma Dicta will be there also to teach you because it is mostly an event for young people. By young people, I mean anybody who says I'm young. So even if you are 50, you are young, and you say that you are young. You are young. Who am I to say that you are not young? I mean, you are young. I agree with you. So anybody who identifies as a young person, anybody who identifies or who wants to be a change maker, but you know that you have a lot of things, responsibilities, things calling for your attention, like me. I'm a mother, I'm in school, I'm planning a conference, I'm a speaker, I have a company that I'm running. A lot of things are dragging my attention. But Ijoma will be there to teach you how to balance your ambitions, how to balance your expressions. Okay, it is going to be an all-round conference that you don't want to miss for anything. So anywhere you are, visit www.ssconference.com to get your ticket. That is for your automated tickets. We have three tickets categories or tiers, if I may call it that, for you. The first one is the standard ticket. which is 5,000 naira. This gives you access to the event in person, um, and event recordings. Access to the event generally is what you're getting for this ticket. Whether you are attending in person or you want to join us virtually, this ticket gives you access. The second one, the premium ticket, gives you access to the event in person, and you also get access to the book. So even if you're not coming in person, this ticket also gives you access to the book Dear Young One, which will be launching on that day. You don't want to miss this, okay? So the difference between this ticket and the first one that I mentioned is the book. If you pay for this one, if you get this ticket, you'll be getting a complimentary copy of the book. If you pay for the standard ticket, you're just getting access to the event alone. I hope the difference is clear now, because some people were having issues with understanding why they were different. Then we have the gold ticket. I don't know why it's not here. Okay, we have the gold ticket, which is 50,000 naira. With the gold ticket, you get access to the Essence Bootcamp, exclusive Essence Bootcamp with our expert trainer on the 2nd of June. It's going to be practical as it can be. Right? Those of you who have been in any of my trainings know how practical and detailed I can be when I'm teaching. So you want to be a part of this. Our expert trainer will be there also to show you how you can move, not just showing you, take you from point A with his guidance to point B. Like you're coming to that event, to that training, however, regardless of what your mind is like, but you are certain that you are living with clarity of path and vision, right? And then if you're a group of 5 and above and you want to register for the conference, if you can get a group of 5, you don't have to pay individually. Why go alone when you can go with a group? And then you get 10% discount off your total registration fee, and all the members of the group still get the benefit of their respective categories. So what are you waiting for exactly? What are you waiting for? If you want to make a transfer, just make payment to the details showing on your screen there. You can take a screenshot of the account details there, make your payment, and send your proof of payment to tickets.essence@gmail.com. Or to read more about the conference, visit www.essenceconference.com. And just in case you are wondering, who is this event for, my dear, the event is for these categories of people. We have business leaders, it is for professionals, it is for creatives, it is for experts, it is for you, regardless of what industry you are in. If you're somebody who is very enthusiastic about living a life that makes sense to you, regardless of what people think, then this conference is for you. Don't miss it for anything. Not just because, of course, it's because I'm hosting the conference, but not just because of it, because of the value that you'll be getting. Someone saw the flyer and called me immediately. Chinaza, how did you pull this string? What do you even realize what you are about to do? I said, I know it is liberation for the people who will be there. So I don't want you to miss this for anything. So whether you can come live or you can join online, whatever you can do, however you want to be a part of this, please get in. And if you want to be a sponsor for the conference too, we have sponsorship packages for you. Visit www.chinazafo.com/sponsorship to get the sponsorship details. All right. And then if you want to pay for sponsor some tickets for some people, because of course we have certain people who will not be able to afford this conference, the tickets, even though we brought it low to accommodate most people, but we have some others who will not be able to afford these tickets. If you want to sponsor any of the tickets, any of the tiers or categories, please let me know. And you can sponsor 10, 50, 100, 200 tickets and get these people to be in the room and be in a community that challenges them to a life of authentic expression and helps them to get on a path that they will forever be grateful to you for. All right, that is much English spoken. Mr. Fola, I am back to you. Let
Okay.
us go. Let us continue. I'm excited already. You've been just sharing beautiful insights, and I cannot wait to ask you this next question.
Okay.
So, you made mention of um, values when you started talking at first. So, I'd really love to know, as somebody who has built a, a very distinct company like Warrital, a very premium company like Warrital, I just cannot stop blushing and gushing over the beauty that Warrital is. As someone who has built um, something with that level of excellence and beauty and prestige, what are the values, especially for you as an individual, which of course appeals to the business that you do? What are the values that have shaped your essence, and how do they um, guide your decision making and the way you show up?
Oh, okay. Okay. The values that has shaped my essence, and how have they shaped my decision making? Okay, so I will connect it back to the last question or the last answers I gave. So first is the integrity. Integrity is core, a core part of who I am. All right. I so today we work with authors all around, the continent, and many of those people have not even seen me or seen, my team members before, but the trust is there because we have track record, and this track record is not just happening. Um, we made it happen because integrity, we were delivering what we said we were going to deliver. I remember one author telling me one time that she paid two different publishers in Nigeria. She's not in Nigeria, and they ran away with money, right? And they didn't publish the book. All right. So that's the part of integrity. We say what we want to do, and then we do what we promise. Okay. So that's number one. Then number two will be the excellent spirit, right? I am a big fan of whatever it is that is worth doing well. Okay. Um, it's just worth doing well. So it's part of what has really helped Warita in terms of the quality of books we dish out, right? Okay, so when we launched Warita, we didn't have the editing department. Before we introduced the editing department, it took a while, and that's because I wanted it to be well structured and proper. You understand? So it's just a part of what we do. The same thing with the media. Before we introduce media, we have been on this for a while. Okay, so I am a perfectionist, and I know Chinasa is also a big one as well, right? Yeah. So and it has really helped with everything we do at Warrior. That's me bringing my personality, my core, my values into what we do. All right. Yeah. So, um, yeah, so many of my values. Okay. So the, the love, part has helped me in building the right team, also building the right network, right? And the relationship that is also a part of me, right? Yeah. So it has also helped, in so many ways, right? And maybe because I'm also can I call myself a giver? Yes, I'm a giver because it has really helped. I think what it is actually a giving brand, right? I was just discussing with my team some of these things. It's not like we have everything. Do you understand? But we just want to do more. All right, we just want to give more. We just want to we just want to help someone out there as well right? We're about to start a very mega project, which sometimes I don't even know what where it's coming from, but it's just one thing that we want to we are going to be starting pretty soon, and that would have to do with revamping schools library. I've never said it's just within my, we are going to be going all out. So I think the
Wow.
giving part, we will be revamping schools, libraries, and of course, this is going to be costing us a fortune and all. But this is just who I am. I just want things to get better. All right, I want to see people get better. I want to help this generation we are in and the generation coming after us. All right, and so many things around that, right? Yeah. So I would say the love part, the would I call that empathy? Yeah, I think that's empathy, right? Yeah. Then the integrity part, right? And excellent parts. These are my values. These are my core thing, right? And it has really rubbed off on Warita as a company as well. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. You really are a giver, and that makes your company a giving company. I do not remember where I read this or where I heard it, but someone says, and I'm going to paraphrase because I don't really remember exactly how he said. By the way, before I say that, shout out to Joseph Etim. Good to have you here, brother. So, she said, true fulfillment or true love is planting a tree that you may never enjoy its shade.
Mm, mm,
Yeah, planting a tree. True love is when you plant a tree that you may never live to enjoy the shade that it brings. You're planting it for the people who are coming after you, and that's just what you're about to do, Mr. Fola. I just want to say
mm.
thank you on behalf of the upcoming generation that will benefit um, from your work. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Finally,
Thank you.
I'd really, well, to second to finally, I'd really love to know what, yeah, I'm sure it's already tied to the thing that you just said, but what legacy do you want to leave as a result of you staying true to your essence? I ask this question because it's important to me. I mean, legacy is important to me. And I
Yeah.
believe that it is something that should be important to someone anyone who is altruistic, who takes living seriously. You want to leave
Yeah.
something big, So I'd really want to know what legacy you want to leave behind as a result of you staying true to your essence. I'm not talking of Warrital now or your companies. As a result of Fola staying true to his essence, what legacy do you want to leave behind?
Okay, so this is a very powerful question because I remember very well. It was in 2013. I was reading a particular book that talked about something like this, right? And it was that book made me write what I would want, and I think everybody watching this should also try and do this, right? You should write what you want people to say on your burial ground, like when you are gone, when that day, what do you want people to say? And that changed everything for me because that day I wrote down what I want people to say. I want people to say that he loved genuinely, he really loved, and he was a lover. All right, yeah. So and I think that connects with every other thing that I do, right? Yeah, someone that can make sacrifices, someone that loves, someone that lived on his own terms, all right? Someone that someone that while he was alive, he was able to help others. So I think it's still connected to, the love part. Able to help others get better. All right, get better, move from where they were to where they want to be. All right, yeah. So everything is revolved around love. You understand? Someone that loved himself and also loved others. That's about it. Yeah. So it should be seen that yes, he loved himself and he also loved others, right? Yeah. So that's about it. That's what I want people to see when I am not here again, right? When people want to write, when people want to, people want to say stuff, right? Yeah. So, and I think everybody should also practice that. Like, you want to ask yourself those, that question when you're not here. What will people be saying? You want to assess what you think they would say right now and what you want them to say, and that can also help. It will definitely help you in, making the right decisions, the right choices, and yeah, even in your career and all. Yeah, yeah,
I didn't know it was already written in a book, but I woke up one day a few years
yeah.
ago, and it was the question that was in my heart. What, in fact, it wasn't just a question, it was like a trance,
Mm,
right? And I'm someone who thinks about death. Well, well, you know,
yeah.
I'm not afraid of thinking of the possibility of
mm,
it. It's a possibility that will happen. It's a definite end for everyone. Death,
yes, yes.
unless God decides to call us home like that.
Mm,
So I'm not afraid of thinking about death in the real sense of it. So that
yeah.
day I was just with myself, and it was like a trance, and I saw, well, the burial, the funeral, and
Mm,
while she was in state, just
mm,
still like people were coming to give tribute, I saw a woman about 70 something years old. She came and she said she was with her walking stick, and she said
mm,
that it was when she came in contact with this woman lying down there that she decided to start living.
mm,
A younger person said that her insecurities went away when she read one of her books. The other one said it was her song that she heard. So it all boiled down to, I can't even start mentioning all the things that were said that day,
mm,
but it all boiled down to I started to live because of her. And I remember I started crying that day. I
mm,
wasn't thinking about it. It was more like a projection of what was going to happen based on the
mm,
trajectory I was already on. And
mm.
it's one of the reasons I decided to, leave medicine and focus on psychology, because that is going to give me the surest path to actualizing that thing that I am
That.
seeing.
Mm,
So, just like you said, it's a question that everybody needs to ask themselves. What do I want to be remembered for? Of course, some people will tell you, I'm already gone. Why do I care what I'm remembered for? Of, I mean, there are people like that, and you don't blame them. However, you don't want there to be just a dash in between the day you were born and the day you leave this earth. You want something
yeah,
to be written about you there. The people that are
yeah,
in history that we talk about now, I mean, they are gone. They're not getting anything wherever they are because of how
yeah.
often we talk about them. But it
Mm,
lives on. The work that they have done or that they
done.
lives on, you know.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
what legacy is all about. Some people will even tell you, I don't want global legacy. It's
Mm,
fine. I just want to leave a familial legacy. I want my children to remember me for loving. I want my
yeah.
grandchildren to be told that grandma lived, that she loved
Le-
everybody, that she,
exactly,
it just
exactly.
do something for yourself. Even if you
Yeah.
don't want the world to remember you, what do you want the people closest to you to remember you for?
To
What have you
remember
learned?
you for.
You want them
Yeah,
to hold on to? it's powerful. Thank you so much for sharing that, sir. Um, thank you, thank you. So the last
Yeah.
question that I have for you tonight is, before I ask you that question, we have a culture here,
Okay.
and that culture is that every guest that we have
Mm.
leaves a question for the next guest, and that guest leaves a question for the next guest without
Okay.
knowing who the person is. So before I
Okay.
ask the question that our guest has for you tonight, I want you to tell me, to leave a question for our next guest. I have my pen and my paper to write it down. What is your
Oh,
question for
oh.
the next
For the
guest?
next guest. Hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Um, Ask the next guest if he or she is to advise the younger self, or I don't know, I wouldn't know the person's age, of maybe 15 years ago. All right. What will the person
50 or 15.
15 years ago,
Okay.
if yeah, so for you now, you will just reduce, minus 15 years from your age, right? If you were if you were to advise that young person,
Yeah.
right, what advice would you give that would make his or her life more impactful and also purposeful?
Hmm. Wow. Okay. More impactful. Guys, I hope you have learned something in this from this session, and purposeful. Wow, I've taken that down and I'm going to ask it to our next guest. And the good thing is that you don't even know who the person is. I
That's
love
it.
I love it. So the question that our previous guest left for you is, how can you experience fulfillment?
How can you experience fulfillment,
Yes.
right?
Or
Ah,
more like,
this
how do you experience fulfillment?
How do
How
I experience fulfillment? Well, I think it's pretty straightforward. Thank you, the previous guest. Your question is
I've been here
straightforward.
to explain Ohio.
Okay, so um, by connecting with your core, right, and doing that which you you enjoy doing, all right, and living on your own terms, all right. That's how anyone can achieve fulfillment, when you are living based on your terms, based on you are connected with your essence. Is the essence pre-conference conversation, right? You're connected to your core, right? You understand yourself and you are living based on that. Trust me, there will be so much fulfillment doing that. For instance, what I do sometimes, it can be very frustrating. Sometimes it will come like, oh, different issues happening, right? But there's something that keeps, you know, putting smile on my face, making me come live, making me, I mean, still very active, do what we have to do, and that's because I am doing things that I can identify as my thing. Do you understand? I'm connected to my core person. And so by doing that, it's easier for me to quickly get over the issues that may want to arise on the journey. All right. So fulfillment to me is when you connect with your person, your real self, and you are doing things, based on your terms, and things that you are happy and you enjoy doing. That is fulfillment for me. It's not about the money in the bank and loan. Yes, if that's part of what you enjoy doing, anyways. It's not about you bought the next car, you bought the house. It's about being happy with yourself, doing what you love doing. It can be frustrating when you are doing what you don't like. All right, even sometimes, even if you are earning from it, it can be very frustrating. One issue like this can just destroy and destabilize your life, right? Yeah, so it's just very beautiful when you are doing that which you just love doing. Yeah, that's fulfillment for me.
And I dare to say that you are fulfilled. I mean, you're experiencing fulfillment right now because, I mean,
Yeah,
you look at the beauty that you're creating out of Warrital. Thank you so much, Mr.
thank
Fola,
you,
for
thank
joining
you.
me on the Essence Pre-Conference Conversations as
It's an
we
honor.
to Essence Conference 2024 on the 1st of June. It's been an honor hosting you. It is one that I do not take for granted, and I'm certain that the people who are here were able to learn one or two things that they can
Thank you.
go and implement. Thank you so much. How do we connect? What do we even say to Mr. Fola? Those of you that are still watching, what do we say to Mr. Fola? Those of you on Instagram, those of you on Facebook and on YouTube, what do we say to Mr. Fola? How do we even thank him? Right? How do we connect with you, Mr. Fola?
Well, my name is Fola Folagbade everywhere on social media. Fola Folagbade, and of course for business or anything personal. Yeah, business related. Every email can be, you can send an email to fola@warita.com. All right, Fola Folagbade, Fola, and then Folagbade. I believe I am tagged in this video, so of course you can easily connect even from this video that you're watching right now. Yeah, I am very active on Facebook. Yes.
He is very active.
Mhm.
Very, very active. Thank you, Mr.
Uh-huh.
Fola. You. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you for having me here.
I do hope you have a very wonderful night's rest.
And you too.
What do you have to say
Regards
to
and greetings.
watching about the Essence Conference, please?
Okay. If you're watching this, you don't want to miss the Essence conference, right? Okay, so one of the, at least for me, one of my values is learning and getting better. All right, yeah. So SS conference is actually a place you want to come and learn and also connect. Right, you just want to connect with like minds. All right, because it will just change everything. Trust me, when you're talking to people that we understand you. You understand? Many of you watching this, many of us, in short, all of us, right? We are where we are right now because of the network that we have. All right. So if you think you want to get better, you also want to connect with new people. So join us at SS conference. I'm going to be there. Like that day is already marked, right? I'm going to be there, and it will be really nice to shake hands with you and also all of us learn together. From these amazing speakers that will be sharing um, on that day. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. If it's just one conference you would attend this year, let it be Essence Conference. Let's meet there. June 1st. See you. And by the way, I didn't even aware that your book will be out that day. You're going to be holding
Tell
the
them more.
magic
Tell them.
from Chinaza Favor and Warita. This is the first book we are going to be publishing for Chinaza Favor. So you can
Yeah.
be sure that it's going to be amazing when you don't want to miss it. You want to be the first to be a
To
partaker
hold
of
the
this. Trust me.
experience.
Trust me.
Yes.
Dear Young One, it's a powerful book. Trust me. You want to read that book from this amazing woman, Chinaza Favor. So let's see. June 1st for Excellence at Excellence Conference. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. You've heard
Yeah.
this from the celebrity publisher. If you miss it, now you lose. Now you lose. Honestly. Mr. Fola, thank you so much for being with us. Let me have a little bit of tete-a-tete with
All
my
right.
audience. Bye,
Thank you so
sir.
much. Bye.
Good night. Yes, sir. Yo, I am fulfilled. I am fulfilled. I so loved this conversation. It was so enriching. I would say don't miss Essence Conference for anything because I'm the one hosting it. But that is not just it. The food that has been cooked, who will eat it? No, tell me who will eat the food that has been cooked if not you, right? I had to sit down and identify the major problem that I see, and that is the problem of inconsistency in identity. And well, is it inconsistency now? Ignorance of identity and inconsistency in identity and with identity and the expression thereof, right? And if we continue on this trajectory, it's only a matter of time before we have a very flat earth, right? And I don't mean that in the literal sense. I mean we're going to have an earth, a world that is the same. We don't want to get to that point where you're talking the same way I'm talking, you're gesticulating the way I'm gesticulating, you're talking, you have the same tone as me. Imagine if all the trees were the same. Imagine if all the trees and all the flowers exuded the same pheromones. Is it pheromones? How's it pronounced again? If they exuded the same fragrance, right? Imagine if we all did the same thing. Imagine if all our singers that we celebrate today, if they sang the same way, if there were no different genre of music. Imagine if everything were to be the same, if we all had the same complexion, if we all had the same shape of face and all that. So even fundamentally, on the most basic level, on the biological perspective, from the microscopic level, we see that we are all meant to be different. And until you tap into that difference, you will not be able to make a difference in the world. So I'm not big on rhyming words, but I mean that one enter. Until you until you tap into your difference, until you discover and embrace your difference, you will not be able to make a difference in the world because you'll be doing the same thing that others are doing over and over and over again, and you will not be able to birth outstanding results. Outstanding results. Astounding. So we have outstanding results and we have astounding results, both of them join. You will not be able to create things that are uniquely yours. You will not be able to think, have a mind of your own. You will not be able to dress in a way that expresses your identity. You don't want all of these things to be happening, especially not now. All right, especially not now that we are on social media and you have the platform. You don't have to go the extra mile, even so many extra miles. You don't have to go lots of extra miles to make yourself stand out and to get what you do in front of the right audience, in front of millions of people. You want to stand out, okay? You want to stand apart so that your tribe can find you. There are so many reasons you have to be at the Essence Conference, and if I start to talk now, I will not. I'm not going to end. Not just because I'm hosting it, I will not stop saying this, but because of the value that you will be getting. So even if you will not be able to join live, which I really advise and suggest that you do, because I have imagined that conference over and over, and what I see is the warmth, the sense of community, the tears. I'm talking literal tears that will be falling off eyes. I mean, we should sell handkerchiefs at the event just for this reason, because a lot of people are going to see that day. They're going to gain their sight that day. They're going to gain clarity that day at the SS conference. Imagine listening to John Obidi, listening to Gochukwu Mogo, listening to Salem King, listening to YBB, listening to Ijoma Dicta, listening to Edirin, listening to me at the same time. this is an opportunity of a lifetime. I'm not even capping. So do everything within your power and even outside of your power to be a part of this. And if you also want to give someone the privilege to experience this conference in person or virtually, please reach out to me so that you can sponsor some tickets. So what are we talking about? What are the tickets that you can get? We have 3 tickets, like I shared earlier, for the sake of those who are just joining, or for the sake of those who didn't know about this earlier. We have the standard ticket, which gives you access to the conference in person, just access to the conference. Um, you get to join us in person or virtually, okay, and then you still get access to event recordings. We're not holding the recordings. You're going to get access so that you can relearn the things that were shared on that day. Okay, and then we have the premium ticket, which is 15,000 naira, and it gives you access to the events, networking opportunities, free conference materials, complimentary copy of Dear Young One, which will be launched on that is the second edition, and of course, access to event recordings. Then we have the gold ticket, which for some reason it's not here. I'll have to add it later. The gold ticket is the exclusive Essence Bootcamp. Okay, it gives you access to the exclusive Essence Bootcamp, which will be taking place on the 2nd of June by me and our expert trainer. This is where you're going to gain pristine clarity. Okay, clarity of thought, clarity of vision, clarity of purpose. It's going to be practical. So for at least 6 hours, you will be brainstorming together with me. You'll be going through certain exercises with me. Some of the exercises might take 10, 15 minutes, even 20 minutes to complete. All of us will be inside that hall and doing all of them at the same time, just to ensure that you gain insight, that you gain sight, that you gain light, that you gain the light that we will be coming with. So if you want to be a part of the Essence Bootcamp, you pay 50,000 naira and it gives you automatic access to the Essence conference, and of course priority seating at the event, and others, a host of others, red carpet interviews, and many more. If you also want to partner with us to get your brand in front of the right audience that are looking for more in their life, this is not a get rich scheme. It is not a real estate scheme. All those are beautiful. This conference is strictly for those who want more, who want fulfillment, who want to rediscover, who want to reinvent their lives, who are not afraid to do the hard work of reinventing, the dirty work of digging deep into their souls and figuring out what they are about, and having the courage to express their authenticity to the world. And even if you're afraid, when you are in the right community, you will find the courage to express yourself. But if you just have that desire to, for more, then you should be at the Essence conference. I cannot stop lauding it. Okay? Yeah. So these are the forces that we will be having on that day. Mr. Kochikomo, YBB, JO, me, of course, Salem King, Edirin, and Okoye, Ijaman Dicta. You don't want to miss this for anything. On the 1st of June, we are just 27 days away, and I cannot wait to host you to this transformative event. Get your ticket, and I'll see you at the event. Okay, and then finally, for those of you who would want to volunteer for the Essence conference too, we put out a call in February, but I'm certain that some of you did not know about the volunteering opportunity. So if you want to volunteer for Essence, it is going to drain you, like I said in the post I made yesterday. It's going to drain you. We're going to be making demands on your time, your energy, your attention, your platform even. So it is going to be it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it at the end of the day. So if you really want to be a part of the team that makes the Essence conference a phenomenal and fantastic success, an outstanding success, then head on to www.chinazakami.com/volunteers to register or to fill in the form that you will be given to fill so that you can be a part of our community, and we'll kick it off from there. Thank you so much for joining me on this. It's been 1 hour, 44 minutes, and 50 seconds right now. And it's been an honor being your host for the Essence Pre-Conference Conversations. I really hope to see you at the main Essence Conference event. That is where I've joined the curtain tonight. I'll see you next week with another fantastic speaker and another fantastic guest who will be espousing us and giving us a glimpse of their mind as regards essence. I cannot wait to see you there. So set your alarm next Sunday, 7 p.m. Same time, same station, same host, but with another fantastic guest. I hope to see you there. Good night, everyone, and remain essential. Bye.